Venezuela was big. This is big. The original hit, Midnight Hammer, was big.
Donald Trump's disapproval rating, big. His likelihood of losing the midterms, also big. Today, Democrats are unifying as a party, as the Republicans are in shambles over Trump's Iran bombings, Epstein cover-up, terrorists, immigration. The list goes on, really, just as midterms are right around the corner. And honestly, the midterm season has kind of kicked off in Texas as their Senate primary election is happening today between Jasmine Crockett and James Tallarico. Today, as meaning when I'm recording this, obviously. But yeah, the season is coming up upon us, and Democrats are starting to formulate their strategy, and they are doing a pretty good job finding this message, pushing against Donald Trump, finding ways to attack the Iran decision, Epstein cover-up, and it's a good strategy. Just for example of that, here's Jon Ossoff, the senator from Georgia who was in that runoff election back in 2021 with Raphael Warnock, is in a hotly contested re-election this year, and he is not pulling any punches. He is going all in, attacking the Iran decision, attacking Donald Trump, attacking his policy, because it actually is a way to show he's pushing back. He is the party pushing back against the Republicans here, the opposition. So check out what Jon Ossoff has to say.
The president was dancing at his beach club the same night he ordered air crews to launch into combat, and hours before our service members endured missile salvos. But our Constitution reserves for Congress, not for him, the decision to go to war. And so I intend to support this week's War Powers resolution to assert the proper authority of Congress over war and peace and to rein in the administration.
Ossoff here is taking a defiant stance. He has a powerful message. He is not pulling any punches. He is actually being a good opposition. And this isn't coming from a Democrat who has a safe seat, right? He's not taking risks because he can, right? Because he's in a plus 20 Democratic district. No, he's taking chances because he knows they work, right? Ossoff is running in Georgia. He won by a handful of votes in 2021, and now he's back in the race again, and it is going to be tight. But he knows the messaging. He knows the audience. He knows the Democratic base is hungry. They're dying for this attitude. They're dying for this belief from a senator, from representatives, from our leaders to say, we do not support the Trump administration. We should not be in Iran. We should release the Epstein files. We should be, help out our immigrant community. Like, all of these things are popular policy positions. And for further proof of that, someone who actually utilized that to their advantage very successfully in a mayoral election, here is Zohran Mamdani talking about the exact same thing. Take a look.
The Iranian government has engaged in systematic repression of its own people, even killing thousands of Iranians who were seeking to express the most basic forms of dissent earlier this year. It is a brutal government. And I've also said that while I may be a young mayor, I am old enough to remember the devastating consequences of our country pursuing a war with the intent of regime change in that very same region not that many years ago.
Yeah, we have seen this game before. We have seen this game before. Now, I'm a young guy. I'm younger than Zohran, but I grew up during Afghanistan, right? My entire generation did, and the generation after me did. I was born during Iraq. My entire life, I have not known anything but bloodshed in the Middle East, right? Myself and my generation don't know a life without that. We don't know existence without an ongoing war, without U.S. boots on the ground. For a brief period of time, we may have had that, but now we're back. Right now we're back. We're so used to U.S. intervention, and now we're back. It's just, another Tuesday for us. It literally is a Tuesday. And here we are again, bombing the Middle East. But Americans are smart, right? People from generations above me have seen this BS before. People in my generation and younger have lived through it, right? We see this for what it is. We know that this is another pointless war. We know that this administration is feeding us complete BS. Even Marco Rubio admitted that we first struck Iran because Israel was going to attack, but Iran was going to counterattack Israel and then America, so we had to attack them first, even though there was never a direct attack towards America. So we're wasting time, we're wasting lives, we're wasting money and resources and energy on another pointless war in the Middle East. And the Democrats are uniting around that. Even our more centrist, conservative leaders of the party, like Hakeem Jeffries, seem to be warming up to that idea. Take a look.
There is no evidence that has been presented to us that the United States was under threat of imminent attack from Iran. Zero evidence of that. In fact, many members of the administration have actually publicly now admitted that. So if in fact that was the case, it's hard for the American people to understand the rationale from launching a preemptive war in the Middle East that has now spread to more than half a dozen countries.
Yeah, and he's right. There was no evidence of an attack coming from Iran. And on day one, America blew up a school with our bombing campaign. American service members died. This administration they don't care anymore, right? This is a death sentence for Republican elections. Anyone who supports this war needs to be primaried or removed from office come November. And Democrats are coming around on this, and they are unifying, and it's amazing to see. More of that. Please, Democrats, please, right? But on the other end of the spectrum, let's take a look at the leader of the free world. Let's take a look at good old Donny Boy and see how he's handling the situation.
I'll tell you what, I have never had more compliments on something I did. People felt it's something that had to be done. So if we have a little high oil prices for a little while, but as soon as this ends, those prices are going to drop, I believe, lower than even before.
Is it just me, or is it so apparent from this clip that he knows how screwed he is? Right? His lies aren't even convincing anymore. He's like, I've gotten more compliments on this than ever before. Oh, who am I kidding? This sucks. Everyone knows it sucks. Like, who is complimenting you, dude? Who is complimenting you besides Warhawk, Lindsey Graham, and small hands Marco Rubio, and couldn't walk in a straight line Pete Hegseth if an officer asked him to? Who is supporting this, right? Only the most psychotic Trump sycophants are the ones supporting this war. It was polling at 27% approval before the attack started. No one wants to do this, right? But at least Trump isn't ruining our relationships with European countries, right? No, just kidding. Of course he is. Of course he is. Take a look.
I told Scott to cut off all dealings with Spain. Spain, first of all, it started when every European nation, at my request, paid 5%, which they should be doing. And everybody was enthusiastic about it, Germany, everybody. And Spain didn't do it. And now Spain actually said that we can't use their bases, and that's all right. We could use their base if we want. We could just fly in and use it. Nobody's going to tell us not to use it.
Oh yeah, great. No, yeah, that's great. That's great. Let's threaten our allies when we're already losing them like flies. That's a great idea, Trump. No, yeah, that's really solid killer moves. That's going to do wonders for our nation for sure. Yeah, 100%. It's just he's such a petulant, thin-skinned, baby-brained man-child, right? It's honestly impressive. It's honestly impressive the dedication he will go to being the most narcissistic, selfish individual on the planet. And just to prove that even further, just look at this breakdown that he had at the press pool today.
What exactly was the imminent threat, Mr. President?
Not your turn. Not your turn, please.
He's so childish. He is such a child. He is such a child, right? And people are seeing this. Democrats are uniting around it, and Republicans are, well, they are less than united right now. Yeah, here's a Republican senator talking directly to Kristi Noem.
And what we've seen is a disaster. Under your leadership, Ms. Noem, a disaster. What we've seen is innocent people getting detained that turn out are American citizens. I could talk about the culture that's been created here with Stephen Miller aiding and abetting.
Yeah. So it looks like the Republicans are doing great. Just really united, really solid, really confident in their worldview right now, and really just proud of their leadership. I mean, that's what I got from the clip. I think that things are going super well for the Republican Party right now. Their president totally isn't polling at like 38%. Their party isn't completely losing the plot on their foreign policy as well as their domestic policy. And people from around the country are totally not noticing that they're a complete sham of an institution and just pushing this country further into authoritarianism. So I'm not sure exactly how this is going to turn out for them for the midterms, but I definitely can't see anything good happening. That's for sure. I just think this is an amazing opportunity for the Republicans to get absolutely demolished in the midterms, right? That is what has to happen. But I think that's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for sticking around until the end. I really appreciate it. And if you like what you saw in this video, be sure to leave a like down below and comment your thoughts. Comment your thoughts about what Zoran had to say, and John Ossoff, and Trump, and Hakeem Jeffries. We saw a lot of people today, so I would love to hear your thoughts on all of it down below. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's a great and easy way to show your support, and it would mean a lot to us here. All right, that's going to do it for me. I'm Iago Lashua. Have a good day. Goodbye.